Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm making chicken and sausage gumbo with a twist, but you have to watch it all the way to the end to see exactly what that twist is. So the first thing I did, I have a pot back here boiling with my chicken breast in it, and I put about this much water at first and let my 5 breasts boil. And once the foaminess come off of it, I take my pot, I rinse my pot out in my chicken breast, and I filled it up to here with fresh water, and I put the chicken breast in here to start boiling. So while our grease is getting hot, because we're going to make a roux, the roux is the most important part of the gumbo. So what I'm going to do to add to my chicken breast is I have some cut up onion that I'm going to add, and I'm only going to add half, and I have some cut up celery and green onion. So again, I'm going to add half of that into the chicken. This is going to be the broth. It's going to be the broth flour gumbo, and then I'm going to add half of the celery and half of the green onion. Okay, in 1 second, I'm also going to add some salt to it. And you add however much you want, or whatever seasoning that you use, you're going to add that to it. So I'm going to add just enough to season my water, because again, this is my broth for my gumbo. So I'm going to add some salt. I'm going to add some black pepper. Some black pepper to it. And on your seasonings, you don't have to add as less as I use. If you want to add more, then that's totally up to you. And I'm going to add some onion powder. Okay, and we're just developing our broth. I'm going to put the top on it, and I have it on high. And I'm coming back over here so we can start on our roux. Again, this roux, you want to wait till your grease is nice and hot before you add your flour in. It don't take long. It changes colors real fast. So this is something that you do not, be still. This is not something that you want to walk away from. You want to constantly stir it until it gets to a peanut butter brown. So we're waiting on this grease to get really, really hot. And then we're going to add our flour. So I'll be right back when this grease get up to the temperature to accept the flour. Okay, now that our grease is pretty hot, I'm going to start adding flour. So this is just a 2-cup flour. I probably won't use it all, I'm not sure, because I use 1.5 cups of grease. So I'm going to just add enough flour. And again, you want to just continue to stir. Maybe I would use it all. We'll see. I'm going to just keep whisking it up. I have my fire on medium-high. Add a little more. It's nothing like a homemade roux. And again, a roux is the main part of this gumbo, y'all. Any kind of gumbo, whether you're doing it with andouille sausage or seafood gumbo, this is the most important step to making your gumbo. So that was the whole 2 cups. And it's going to start to thicken. And I'm going to just keep stirring and stirring until it gets to a peanut butter brown. So yeah, you don't want to walk away from it. You just want to continue stirring. And this may take up to maybe 20-25 minutes. So I'll be right back once I show you guys the color that it's supposed to be. Okay guys, so I came back to show you guys that after 7 minutes of stirring, you could tell that it's starting to turn colors. Again, you don't want to walk away from it. So I've been continuously stirring for 7 minutes. And it's already like a peanut butter brown, but I want it to get a little bit more darker before I move on to my next step. Okay everybody, so now at this stage, when it gets to this color, I turn my fire down a little so it won't cook too fast. I'm going to make a little well in the middle. And that's when I'm going to add the rest of my seasonings. This is the onion. And it smells so good, y'all. Our chicken back there, we don't have to worry about that chicken for another hour and a half to 2 hours until it's falling apart. So that is on the back burner. And that's going to continue to cook until it's tender. So we're not ready for that yet. So yeah, I'm going to incorporate my little veggies in here. I wish you guys had smell-o-vision to smell what I could smell. Oh, it smells so good. So yeah, I'm going to just turn my fire down a little more because it's almost to the color that I want. See how pretty that color is? But I'm going to continue to watch it. I'm not going to take my eyes off of it until I turn it off. So I'll probably stir this for a couple of minutes. And then I'm going to go ahead on and shut this off. Again, I'm going to continue to let my chicken boil back there because we're just starting to boil it. And it has to boil for at least an hour and a half to 2 hours until it's super tender and falling apart. We're developing that broth back there, and it's going to be so good. So yeah, guys, it's almost time to cut it off. It's a pretty brown color. You don't want to burn it because you don't want no burnt tasting gumbo. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana, but I'm living on the West Coast right now. Our weather is starting to change, so that's what put me in the mood to make this chicken and sausage gumbo with a twist. So make sure you guys come back so you can see what that twist is. So right now I'm gonna just go ahead on and I'm gonna cut my fire off because look at this. See this? This is the color you want it. Just like this. There's many ways to make a gumbo. There's many different recipes out there. This is just my way, and this is a good way. My family love it, y'all. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe and leave me a comment on where you guys watching from. And I'll be back when we go to the next step. Okay, y'all. So now that our roux is ready, the chicken is still boiling. It maybe have about 30 more minutes. I heated up 2 tablespoons of oil. And now I'm going to begin to brown my sausage. Just want to brown it on both sides. And then put it onto a paper towel when you take it out so it just drains. So yeah, that's the next process to your chicken and sausage gumbo. This is a beef smoked sausage that I'm using. You can use andouille sausage, you can use a turkey sausage, you can use any kind you want. But I'm using a beef smoked sausage. And I'm going to fry this up until it gets brown on both sides. Okay, y'all, so now our sausage has browned. So I have a container lined with some paper towels and I'm going to drain it on there. I'm going to take all of them out. Also, our chicken breasts are tender. So after I take the sausages out, I'm going to take my breasts out and I'm going to let them kind of cool off before I start shredding. You see how brown they are? I'm going to take all of them out. This was 2 packs of smoked sausage that I diced up. I'll take all of them out. Just to drain, y'all. How's everybody day going? Yep, this is our chicken and sausage gumbo preparation. Okay, so I'm going to sit the smoked sausage here. And now I'm going to go over here to take out the chicken breasts so they can start to cool off. It's super hot, y'all. Super hot. So we're going to let that cool off, but in the meantime, we're about to start adding our roux in. So I'm going to sit this here next to the sausage, our chicken breast. I'm going to get this big spoon and I'm going to go over here, and our roux has cooled off and this is how it looks. So I'm going to scoop up some roux. I'm going to start putting some of it into my pot. Now I may not use all of this, so if I have some left over, I'm going to put it into a container and save it for a later date. This is a roux that you can use for anything smothered, pork chops, chicken, roast, whatever it may be, rice and gravy. This is the roux you want. So once you mix it with your broth, you're going to have a brown gravy, a nice brown gravy. So I'm going to just add some. I'm going to do one more because this is a large pot. If you see where your juices done reduce down some, then you add a little more water to it. I already adjusted my salt in it, so I'm not going to add any more salt. And then I'm also going to add 3 bay leaves and stir it around. Can you come a little closer so they can see how it looks? Just hold it up some because the steam. Can you see in the pot? So yeah, this is how it looks. It's going to thicken up just like this. And so I'm going to let this gravy go for about 30 minutes while I shred this chicken up, and then we're going to add our meats, and be sure to come back because I told y'all it's got a little twist at the end. I'll see you guys in a second. Okay guys, this is how it's looking right now. So the next thing I'm going to add is a half a cup of fresh parsley. I'm going to go ahead and add our chicken breast that I shredded. This was 5 chicken breasts because remember this is a large pot. So I'm going to go ahead and add our chicken breast. Also I'm going to add our smoked sausage that we browned. Whoa. Oh my goodness. And I'm going to give it a stir. So the chicken breast and the smoked sausage is done. So you just have to maybe cook for a little while. So now I'm going to add our twist in. And so the twist that I'm adding in is some Gulf shrimps. There's some nice sized shrimps that I peeled and deveined. This was 4 pounds. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in there. And you know the shrimps don't take long. So it's not actually on right now because I'm going to return it to the stove. I just wanted to move it from the stove so you guys could see. So I'm going to let this cook for about 10 minutes because I don't want the shrimp to overcook. And the last thing I'm going to add in it, when I turn it off, I'm going to add some gumbo filet. So some Louisiana gumbo filet, and this is also a thickener. So it's definitely going to thicken it up, and it's going to give it that good flavor from that filet. So yeah, y'all, I'll be right back. I'm just going to return this to the oven for 10 to 15 more minutes. And when I come back, I'm going to be ready to make a bowl for y'all. But I am going to add maybe about 2 to 3 tablespoons of gumbo filet. I'll taste it and then I'll maybe want to add more. So I'll let you guys know when I come back. Okay everybody, so after it was done, I made a bowl. And this is how it looks. Yummy, yummy, yummy for our tummy. I thank you guys for watching. Make sure you give the recipe a try. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my page. And definitely turn your notifications on. I hope you have an amazing day. And thank you for watching.